Aston Villa smashed Sheffield United 5-0 at Bramall Lane on Saturday night, leaving them 2 points above Spurs in fourth. After the match, Villa boss Unai Emery spoke to talkSPORT about his side's perfect performance.
We were clinical, but we were as well. Today we were the players feeling comfortable on the pitch and getting their box and with good skills. The last assist, the last action to score goal, and I think it's very important because he can give us confidence.
I can't lie, Gabs. I don't know what he just said there. I like Unai Emery as well, but I don't know what he just said there.
He's gaining confidence from the team. But Benny, like questions here.
Whoa. I'll ask you. This is about Villa. I'll ask you the question.
No, go on. Yeah, go on.
Right?
Go on.
Do you think Aston Villa have what it takes to finish in the Champions League places this season?
I think they definitely do, but it's going to come down to fatigue, playing in Europe. Spurs aren't playing in Europe. It's going to help them out of both cups. So we've got extra games. Replay on Wednesday against Chelsea at home. Studying Europa League conference. So some of these players have looked tired in recent weeks, you know, and they need a little bit of a rest, and that's what they had with that January rest they had. I think they can, Benny, but I do think they'll miss out to Spurs. I do think once Basuma, Sana back, you got Maddison in there as well. I just think Spurs will get that fourth place. I think Villa will finish fifth though, and it's still an outstanding season. But if you look at how some of their players are playing, mate, like Watkins on fire.
Yeah.
11 goals, 10 assists. Leon Bailey, I like him a lot. 7 goals, 6 assists. He sort of needed Diaby to come in for big money.
Yeah.
To wake him up a bit.
Yeah, buck his ideas.
You know, like, oh, someone's coming to take my place here. They're signing him for 50.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, that's happened with Bent. Yeah, he come in and took my place. And I didn't get it back. But Bailey's been outstanding, mate. And he's like, from that right-hand side, cutting in. Look at his goal against Sheffield United, top corner. I really like him. And as long as we can keep our players fit, there's no reason why not. But I think Spurs not being in Europe might help them get it.
Who is Aston Villa's most important player? And the reason I say that, because there's 3 that jump off the page and it's almost a spiny team, but one of them I just think probably your goalkeeper, man.
Yeah.
He is, wow.
I think goalkeeper, definitely Martinez.
I think he's the best in the league.
I think he is. And people say to me, like, why do you say that? I said, one, he won best goalkeeper in the world, didn't he?
Yeah.
Won the World Cup, won that award.
Yeah.
He's the best goalkeeper in the world. Rocket science, he won the World Cup. And his performances at Aston Villa are showing that. Some of the saves he makes, mate.
Yeah.
I think it was this game, the one before. He's pinging balls with his left foot.
Yeah. Straight
to Matty Cash at right back. He's a presence as well. I think he's the best goalkeeper in the world. But I would say the one that I would choose would be Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
You're only as good as your strikers, mate. Without Watkins, Duran's injured. He's not at that level at the moment. Strikers, most important place in the team. You know what I mean? But that's why you were on about 200 grand a week at Aston Villa, and I was on about 10. That's why they get them paid the big bucks. But I'll say Ollie Watkins, top player.
All right, well, listen, Luton were involved in an absolute thrill at the weekend as they drew 4-4 away at Newcastle. After the match, Hatters boss Rob Edwards said he's delighted from his form his side of showing.
I think we finished the year strong, 2023, and you know we've picked up 2024 where we left off there. So we're in good form. We're confident. We believe in what we're doing. You know, we've got real strong identity that the lads have bought in fully. The supporters have bought in fully, and we're in a good place. And you know, we're up for the fight.
How impressed, Bentley, have you been with the job Rob Edwards has done, and could they stay up?
Manager of the season so far for me.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I would have, when people have asked me this question before, the ones that jump off the page, of course, Unai Emery, the job he's doing at Villa, you can't argue with that. Ange Postecoglou, the way he's changed Spurs, can't argue with that. But Luton spent, I think, $5.5 million in the summer, and they are fighting tooth and nail. And what I like about Rob Edwards and his crop of players, they are squeezing every last ounce out of what they've got. He's been shrewd with the people like Ross Barkley and Andros Townsend. But what they're doing as a club, exactly what they're doing, Luton there, because a lot of people, and probably myself included, when we had to pick our 3 that are going straight back down, Luton would have been Luton are going down. What they're showing now, he has been phenomenal.
You see what they're showing as well. Even like we were covering the games, and when you see 4-4. I think was it 4-2? Yeah, 4-2 at one stage though. Finishing 4-4, you're like going to St James's Park and getting 4 goals. If you're Everton, if you're Palace, if you're Forest, and you're them teams, you're like, oh, okay, then they do believe they can stay up. We're in a bit of trouble now.
Well, do you know what? It's one of those where going to Newcastle and Fortunately, I've been in that relegation battle.
Yeah.
You're looking at Luton going to Newcastle and you're going, well, that's a banker. It's a banker.
Yeah,
Newcastle win that.
After the games, they finished at 4:45. You're like, yeah, they would have lost.
Yeah.
Wilson would have got a couple. You know, Gordon. Isak. And now them teams down there are probably thinking like Everton are like, well, we got to wake up now as well.
Yeah.
You know, draws aren't going to be enough. You know, Nottingham Forest as well. Draws aren't going to be enough. Palace got to get a few more wins as well. So it's going to be an interesting relegation battle for sure.
What do you think about Ross Barkley? Do you think he's going to be on the plane to the Euros?
No, that ship has definitely sailed.
You think?
I think sometimes players, Bentley, can do well for a team like Luton, but players like Ross Barkley didn't really work for him at Chelsea, a big club. No. Maybe when you're not at a big club in the Premier League, where you can relax a bit, you can get on the ball and try things. You're not going to get, you know, pundits or anyone saying things about you losing the ball in certain areas because you're playing at a smaller club. I think he's had an outstanding season. Hopefully he continues it, but you can't tell me Southgate's going to pick Barkley before Palmer, before Maddison, Bellingham.
You say that, you wouldn't know.
It wouldn't surprise me, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
Knowing him.
All right, well, Ange Postecoglou's Spurs drew 2-2 away at Everton at the weekend, live and exclusive on talkSPORT, thanks to 2 goals from informed striker Richarlison. He's now his second... Here's how it sounded on talkSPORT Game Day.
Maddison to Richarlison, tries to shoot brilliantly into the top corner. It's a fantastic effort from Tottenham's Richarlison.
Well, Richarlison is on absolute fire. Do you think Spurs now are still looking for a number 9? And if Tony's available,
100%.
would you still try and get him?
100%. I think Richarlison has done better in recent weeks. You know, his goal he took against Everton, his left foot, outstanding. The right foot finish as well. But is he going to do it week in, week out, Bentley? Is he going to go through a spell where he's not at it again? That's what I think you'll get from Richarlison. I think if Spurs can get Tony, go in there and get him, because I'm sure Arsenal will if they can. Chelsea will if they can.
Yeah, you know Chelsea will.
Exactly. So if I'm Spurs, definitely still need a striker.
Question is, why do Spurs keep conceding late? And it's the 9th goal they've conceded in the 90th minute. I mean, how do they stop that? Is that a mentality problem?
Definitely a mentality problem, but is it the manager's changes? Is he bringing players off too early? You know, he likes to make them changes like the game's done. But nowadays, Bentley, you have 6, 7 minutes, 8 minutes added on.
Yeah. So
goals are going to be conceded in the 90th minute. But what they need to do is do catching practice with their keeper.
Yeah.
Soft. Honestly.
He needs to get into the new way of thinking of
if he punched you just laugh at him probably in the face. If he punch you in the face, you laugh at him. That's how weak his punches are from corners.
I think he keeps trying to get the fouls, and now they're not giving him anymore.
He's not jumping. Benny, are they? Keepers.
Yeah.
Getting a knee in the back.
Yeah.
Everything. If you
Elbow,
try and punch the
everything.
ball, you're going to punch the ball first. I'm going to take you out afterwards.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to put players on.
Yeah, put it right under the crossbar.
Exactly. He's going to get that every game.
All right, well, we have to talk about Crystal Palace as well, just quickly. They were battered by Brighton 4-1, and there was real unrest amongst Palace fans in the away end after the match, and defender Joachim Andersen had to go over and confront them to calm them down. Can you understand the fans' frustration at Crystal Palace? And also, Roy Hodgson, do you think it's time now?
I do think it's time, but I think Palace their fans have to be realistic of how much money they've spent. They lost Zaha, Bentley.
Yeah.
They've lost Zaha, their top player. Yes, they've got Eze and Elise, who can't seem to keep fit together and play together.
Yeah.
But Palace have got to be very careful. They're probably at where they should be, Crystal Palace. Eze and Elise will be back. They'll be fine staying up, but I think maybe keep Roy Hodgson into the summer and then change it. Get Frank de Boer back.
Do you know what? It is mad, but I do think that them two players, I think if they... Not like Palace go down, but I do think the Wolves will be circling. Wherever Palace are come the end of the season, for Gerhi, Anderson,
they've both got to go.
Elise
and Eze, for their careers, they can't waste any more time at Palace. No. End of the season, their agents have got to demand a move, Bentley. Because Elise starts for Manchester United, Eze starts for most Premier League sides, and they've got to look at their international hopes as well. Yeah, especially Eze with England, like. If he went and played for...
Is he on the plane?
He should be. Before Barkley, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, do you hear that?
Before Barkley. Would you say so? Eze before Barkley?
I would say probably yes. Because I think Eze's got that little bit more of a wow factor.
Yeah.
But it's whether he can stay fit.
It can shock you as well, can't he, Eze? You don't see it coming.
Yeah.
Little Megs.
What about his goal the other day, when he chopped in and just whipped it, top corner?
It's a joke, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's not Palace fans won't like me saying it, but are they wasted a bit in Palace? We've got to leave in the summer, mate. Let him go.
100%.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.